All right, welcome back. Week 8. We got week 8 here, ladies and gentlemen. Fantasy Pro Insider, brought to you by True Fan Sports. Welcome you guys back for another week 8 rankings we're going to give you guys. Again, I'm the Warden, Jay Ward, with the co-host. Back at it once again. My buddy from South Carolina, down there doing his thing. The Guru, Hughes, what's up, baby?
Hey, good evening, my man. Just living the dream down here. I don't know if it's a dream, but the weather is just starting to turn, but
Hey,
it's still in the 80s every day here. I'm
exactly. That's
happy.
a dream. That's a dream to me. You know what I mean? We down here, shoot, in the 40s right now, man. Unbelievable. But you know that Chi-Town weather, man. It's all good though.
Oh yeah, 44 years of it.
Yeah, indeed,
Messed up
indeed,
in that
man.
stuff.
So,
I do not like it.
so this
Well,
week,
why don't
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna give you guys the running back, kickers, defensive, special teams. We're gonna play it how we did last week. We got some insight from some fans. They like the new format, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this rolling. So this week we're gonna kick it off. Running backs, kickers, and special teams. Guru, you ready to kick this thing off for them?
yeah, let's get rolling with the running backs here.
Let's
For
go.
week 8, we
All
have
right.
the Ravens and the Raiders on a bye this week. Ravens
Okay.
and Raiders. So you got to get just a couple of guys. Nothing like last week. Um, We'll start off with number 1. Should be Dalvin Cook of the Vikings against the Cowboys. They're a bend don't break type of defense. I think he's going to get a ton of yardage. Might sneak one into the end zone, but I think he's gonna do well. Number 2, Derrick Henry of the Titans, playing the Colts. Number 3, Austin Eckler coming off the bye. The Chargers
Need
at
him.
home
Need him.
against the Patriots. Um, Number 4, Jonathan Taylor, who's keeps moving up, keeps creeping up the rankings, man. He's been dynamite this year, especially the last 3 or 4 games. Colts, they're at home against the Titans. Number 5, Alvin Kamara of the Saints, at home against the Bucks. They're a little bit stingy on occasion, but I think Kamara's still going to come through with a nice week. Number
Okay.
6, Najee Harris of the Steelers. They're at the Browns. The Browns again can be a little bit stingy, but they can be run on. Look for Najee Harris to have a nice game. Number 7, Joe Mixon of the Bengals against the Jets. And everybody runs on the Jets, so if you got Mixon, make
Everybody.
sure he's in your lineup. Number 8, Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys at the Vikings. Number 9, there's that man again, Cordarrelle Patterson of the Falcons. Just keeps hanging around the top of the rankings, man. He is a blessing. If you got him, take advantage, take full
Oh yeah.
advantage, and make sure you
Oh
brag
yeah.
him up too. Make sure you brag him up because not everybody was smart enough to jump on him.
Got to tell
Um,
them.
yeah. And number 10, we have Aaron Jones of Green Bay, and he's at the Cards. That's a Thursday night game, and there's a lot going on in that game we'll talk about when we get to the quarterbacks and receivers.
All right. Gonna keep this thing going in. Number 11, James Robinson of the Jags, off a bye week, so looking to bounce back pretty good there. Number 12, DeAndre Swift. Did fantasy players, he did them some justice this week. Got some good points for a lot of teams out there. 13 out of the Rams, Daryl Henderson. Number 14, Leonard Fournette with the Buccaneers. He's getting a lot of touches out there. He's kind of surpassed Ryan Jones a little bit as a starting tailback, so he's going to get that 14th slot. Number 15, we got to keep an eye on this guy. Hopefully he'll bounce back, but we moved him up. That's going to be Nick Chubb. I think Nick may Chubb his way into the lineup, so we'll see what he can do. 16, Elijah Mitchell out of the Niners. 17, he's going to go another round until Christian gets healthy. That's going to be Chuba Hubbard. 18 out of New England, Damian Harrison. 19, Antonio Gibson out of the football team of Washington. And coming in at number 20, Daryl Williams out of Kansas City.
Yeah, Daryl's got something to prove after last week. Well, all the Chiefs
They
do,
all got
really.
something to prove. Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be on their schedule the next couple of weeks because I think they're going to blow up
Yeah.
all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple 400-yard games out of Mahomes and Kelsey and Hill to go nuts.
Yeah.
Let's take it with the running back rankings. Number 21 of the Cards, we have Chase Edmonds on Thursday against the Packers. Number 22, Devonte Booker of the Giants. They say there's a possibility that Barkley plays this Sunday. They still not 100% sure on it, though, but keep your eyes on that situation. Number 23, a new starter there for The Eagles because of the injury to Sanders.
Sanders, yeah.
That's kind of Gainwell at the Lions.
Okay.
You should feast on them. And even Thanksgiving yet. 24, we have Zach Moss of the Bills home against the Dolphins. 25, Tony Pollard of the Cowboys at the Vikings. 26, Miles Gaskins of the Dolphins home at the at the Bills. I'm sorry. 27, Melvin Gordon of the Broncos at Washington. 28, James Conner of the Cards at Packers. 29 will be Khalil Herbert of the Bears. And hopefully Williams is a little more healthy this week.
Okay.
They ended up using Herbert a little more than they thought they were going to last week, but hey, congrats to the owners that used him. And number 30 will be Dearness Johnson, the waiver wire sweetheart from last week, who rewarded all of the people that swooped in and picked him up with a phenomenal game last week. And until Hunt comes back, you want to consider using him in your flex spot or an emergency number 2 if you have to. But he's definitely worth a shot at the flex position.
Absolutely.
And that's top 30.
31, Michael Carter, New York Jets. 32, Devin Singletary, out of Buffalo. 32, A.J. Dillon out of Green Bay. 34, Alexander Madison out of Minnesota. The guy that if you just need an extra back, someone you can look at there. Saquon Barkley, maybe at 35. We'll keep an eye on Saquon. 36, Mark Ingram. 37. Sorry about that, fans. 37, Rashad Penny out of Seattle. 38, Mike Davis out of Atlanta. 39, Javonte Williams out of Denver. And rounding out your top 40 running backs, we're going to go out to Los Angeles, the Rams, that is. And that's going to be my boy, Sonny Michel. We'll see what we can do out there. So I like to see Sonny get some more touches, but I mean, Henderson's, that's his backfield. But
he's running well and he's not turning the ball over.
Exactly.
There's nothing more you can ask out of the guy. They don't need a guy to go out there and get 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. They just need a guy that's going to move the chains and not turn the ball over with all that with all the firepower they got on the wide receiver and tight end position. And Stafford's finding everybody. He's doing a perfect job for what they need. Exactly.
All right, cool. We'll come back to some pick'ems there with the running backs a little later, some sleepers that we've got our eye on this week. We'll give you guys in a little bit. Moving on to the kickers. Number 1, Tyler Bass out of Buffalo. He had the bye week last week. I've got him on my team, so I'll definitely be inserting him back into the lineup. Number 2 with the game winner, Young Hoo Koo out of Atlanta. 3, Greg Zerling. He's back off a bye week with the Cowboys. 4, Harrison Butker out of Kansas City there. Number 5, Greg Joseph out of Minnesota. 6, Brandon McGinnis out of Denver. 7, Matt Gay with the Los Angeles Rams. Coming in at 8, Zane Gonzalez out of Carolina. Followed by Ryan Suckup with Tampa Bay. And the top 10 of kickers, we're going to go number 10. We're going to go out to Arizona. Look to put Matt Prater. He's a guy you want to have there. They've got a good matchup at home against Green Bay. Green Bay's down some receivers, so the receiver rankings are going to be very important. So make sure you pay attention here. But I like Arizona. I like them in the shootout. They're going to go up big, I believe, against Green Bay. So Rodgers definitely will be throwing the ball, but Matt Prater will get some points. So let's keep it going, Guru.
All right, number 11, we're going to have Evan McPherson of the Bengals. They're at the Jets. Number 12, Graham Gano of the Giants at Kansas City. Number 13, either the most unfortunate name for a kicker, or a very fortunate name, I guess, if you're a female working in the adult industry, Chris Blewett. Number 14 is Nick Folk of the Patriots. I couldn't let that go by, man. That killed me. That just jumped in my head. I don't know why. Number 15, Jake Elliott of the Eagles.
Yeah.
They're at the Lions. Number 16, Chris Boswell of the Steelers. 17, Randy Bullock, the Titans, against the Colts. The number 18 is a Halloween themed name, Jason Myers. If he doesn't beat his opponent, kick well against his opponents, he'll just slash them up, I
Hey,
guess.
you better
And
pick him up this week. You better pick him up this week. He's definitely going to be in the game.
I got the Bears Halloween stuff going on too. Got
Yeah,
my man Jason over here in the background, the Camp Crystal Lake sign. We're all
Jason
good.
Mike.
Uh, so we got number 19, Joey Sly of the Niners, playing at the Bears, and 20, Mike Bagley of the Colts. They're home against the Titans. And we'll move on from the racy things there
All
and get
right.
back to the rankings of the team defense.
All right.
Uh, Special teams, we're going to have the Rams at the Texans. The Texans can't seem to get out of their own way this year. Um,
Unbelievable.
Number 2, the Bills at home against the Dolphins. Number 3, the 49ers at Chicago, taking on our Bears. Number 4, the Bengals at the Jets. They have not looked real good this year. Number 5, the Bears at home playing against the Niners. Um, Number 6, the Falcons at home against the Panthers. Number 7 is the Broncos at home. Said Washington team. Number 8, stay right there in DC. Or no, stay right there with the Washington team. They're going to Denver to play the Broncos. Number 9, Dallas Cowboys at the Vikings. Rounding out the top 10 is the Eagles, and they will be at Detroit.
Okay. Keeping it going. 11, Seattle at home against the Jags. They had a good defensive stance. I'm sorry, good defensive ball playing last night. That Monday night game against New Orleans. 12, the Jets home against Cincy. 13, the Browns. 14, the Titans. Man, that defense was looking good against Kansas City, man. You know, let's see if they can do the same thing against Carson. 15, the Steelers. 16, the Colts, home against the Titans. 17, Green Bay, traveling to Arizona. 18, the Lions. 19, home, the Vikings. And rounding out the top 20 teams of defense, special teams. I'm going to go out to Los Angeles, home against the Patriots. That's your Los Angeles Superchargers. And we will see what the Superchargers will be able to do at home against the Patriots. So that rounds up your defense special teams pick. Make sure you take a close look at that and see. Hopefully, you can insert some good quality picks in your lineup. And Guru, let's go back to the running backs. Let's give the fans something they can leave off with. Who do you got, Guru? Who's someone that's on your sleeper list for this week as far as running backs?
Well, don't know so much about Sleeper as
Okay.
a player that's coming back off of a couple of down games. That's Antonio Gibson
Okay.
from the Washington team there. They had a couple bad weeks. They had some injury issues with shin splints or something along those lines, and they say that he's starting to bounce back now. He's looking pretty healthy for the first time in a month. So I look to him to have a decent game. Um, let's see, one more. Let's go with Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles. Uh, Drawing the starting assignment there at Detroit. He should run well against the Lions. So he's a guy that could put up number 1 type numbers for you this week. If you got him on your team, you definitely want to get him into the lineup. I believe he's going to have a heck of a game. And just somebody to keep another outside eye on. A.J. Dillon of the Packers at the Cards. Um, it looks to be a run heavy game for the Packers,
Yeah.
and they may utilize both backs quite a bit. So keep an eye on Dillon if you need a flex. Don't be shy. Put him in.
Sounds good. Sounds good,
And what do you
Guru.
think? Give me 1 or 2 guys here real quick before we wrap this thing up, man.
Yeah,
On
absolutely,
your
absolutely.
on
I'll
the
give
list
you
here.
one. I'll give you one guy. I mean, he's already going to be in your lineup this week. He should be in your lineup this week. They are traveling to Minnesota this week, coming off a bye week. I like Ezekiel Elliott. Uh, Traveling to Minnesota. Of course, we know what Dak's going to do, but I like what Zeke's been doing lately. You know what I mean? I think he's getting back to eating a little bit like how he loves to eat. So I like I like Zeke, who's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a special player for some teams this week. So, you know what? I'm gonna give the teams one more because I want people to, even though we only got a few teams that's on the bye week, we'll look at inserting some guys in the lineup. I would say I'm a little nervous about this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I mean, they're home against the Niners. I like Herbert, man. He's been playing some good ball. You know, he's giving the Bears a good some good carries out of the backfield with what's his name injured right now. I can't think of the running back's name from the Chicago Bears, but yeah, him. So I like Herbert. He's a guy you should if you haven't already, you should have definitely already picked him up off the waivers. Definitely a guy you want to put in your lineup. I think he can he may be able to get a tutty. I think they're gonna let Fields go a little bit this week. So we'll see. We'll see about Herbert, but he's a guy that you definitely want to get in your lineup, even though they're home against the Niners, tough D. But I like it.
Yeah, if Herbert continues to get the volume, he's proven that he will produce numbers. Hasn't worked out real good NFL wise for the Bears, but it has worked out for fantasy owners if you plugged him in the last couple of
Absolutely.
weeks. You've done well. So just continue to monitor that. You know, if they say that Williams is going to get the bulk of the carries, and be cautious. You can still use him. He's definitely going to get enough carries to be a flex. But if he's going to be the lead back, he's worth using as a low end number one for sure option for this week.
Right.
And
Indeed. Indeed.
that should round us up for this segment, man.
That does, Guru. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, that rounds out your running backs, kickers, defensive special teams. Again, before anything, make sure you please hit that subscribe button, get our subscribers up, hit that like button. Any suggestions, we're always taking suggestions on how to improve our content. We want to make sure that we give you guys enough to sack that league this week and come off with a win in your fantasy football pool. So there you have it. Again, we'll be back for session 2 of this. We'll give you the receivers, we'll give you the tight ends, and we'll also give you those special QBs out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, take these rankings, do what you need to do, and we'll see you in just a bit.
All right, man. Again, like, and subscribe, and please, by all means, share this content with whoever you know or whoever you think could use it. Thank you again, and best of luck this weekend.